San Diego 6 News in the morning.
Let's get out to Heather and let's continue the discussion about what to eat, what not to eat.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mark. We're talking about spring cleaning, not just cleaning out your garage and your closets, but also cleaning out your pantries and making sure that what you're putting in your body is actually healthy for you. Author Patricia Bannon from Eat This, Not That is joining us this morning. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you for having me, although I wish I was the author of Eat This, Not That. I'm not. I'm the author of Eat Right When Time Is Tight.
That is right.
Don't want to steal someone else's title.
Yes. Thank you so much. But our segment's called Eat This, Not That.
Yes.
So pardon me for that. Eat Right When the Time Is Tight is the name of her book. Let's get right to it, though. We're talking about taking some things out of your pantry and putting in some things that still taste good.
Yeah, absolutely. It's springtime. We clean out the garage. Why not clean out the kitchen? And I'm delighted to have partnered with super healthy companies here to talk about easy ways to shape up for spring. Plus, they're going to help shape up our earth, because all of these foods, just a few ingredients and plant-based, and those two things alone are going to help lower your carbon footprint.
Very cool. So talking about putting seeds in your cabinet, and
Yes.
not just anything, pistachios will really make a difference.
Yes. Seeds and nuts are wonderful. Let's start with nuts in the pantry instead of the pretzels, which are just empty carbohydrates. These have protein. These have fiber for staying power. And our pistachios are wonderful, one of my favorite, because you get 49 in a serving, and the shell helps slow you down.
Yeah, the shell, now you're like working out as you eat, because you really got to dig those things open and pry them open in order to get what's inside. Okay, so try to exchange the pretzels and the chips and the salty crackers in your cabinet and put some almonds or some pistachios in instead.
Yes.
Very cool. Okay, next.
Next, we have some dried fruit. Dried fruit is wonderful. USDA's My Plate, which recently came out, said half of our plate should be fruits and vegetables. And it's really hard to meet that recommendation. So dried fruit is an excellent way to go.
I always have wondered that, if we're getting the same amount of nutrients from dried fruit as we are from fresh fruit.
Well, here's an actual tip, because California raisins is an example. One ingredient, raisins. That's it. They're grapes, dried in the sun in California, and because they're dried, they're more concentrated form of certain nutrients like potassium, calcium, fiber, so you're actually getting more nutrients in the dried form.
Okay,
a serving size is a quarter cup.
Okay, and sometimes exchange the candy out of your cabinet. That instead, you're still going to get the sweetness that you're craving in the candy, which is perfect.
Yes.
Very cool. Okay, next on our list.
Seeds are wonderful. Seeds are in the news these days because they're nutrient powerhouses. And I love Somersaults snacks because sometimes you can't take seeds with you, right? They're just too little. And these are sunflower seeds. And Somersaults are the sunflower seed snack. And they're wonderful. They're really nutrient dense. They have vitamin E and potassium. Can I have you taste one here?
Sure.
Yeah, they're...
Okay, now we need like either big steps or a huge pair of scissors to open some of this
There
stuff
we
up.
go. So this is what they look like.
Okay, I'll just do one from you.
Yeah.
Oh, those are good.
Yeah, aren't they wonderful?
It almost tastes like a chip because it's got that saltiness to it, but very flavorful.
Get rid of the pretzels, replace them with Somersaults.
Okay, and then the pop chips. I love potato chips.
Yes.
This is the one thing where it's hard for me to give up, but there is a great alternative because I've had these.
Pop chips are wonderful because they have all the flavor of a fried chip with less than half the fat.
Okay,
so they're really flavorful. And look at this color here with the barbecue. But they're all natural, so none of that fluorescent, artificial coloring on your fingertips. The sweet potato is my favorite. It's sweet, it's crispy, and you can get them here at your local Whole Foods.
We're out of time, but I just want to point out one more thing to exchange, and stop using butter, stop using oil that's not good for you, olive oil, and there are some great alternatives to other
Plant-based, Earth Balance has some great mayonnaise products that you can choose.
Patricia, thank you so much. We really appreciate you coming in.
Thank you.
We're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back.